Hi everyone, good morning. This is Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue here for today's Cricut Chat. We have a daily Cricut Chat at 9 a.m. here on this channel, Miss Rita to the Rescue, and it's live. And I'm looking for some friends who will come on and talk about cutting 3D holiday ornaments. This is one of them. Good morning, Michelle. This is a beautiful 3D holiday ornament, but we also have a few others. This is very simple and easy to make. And then this one here, which is a really pretty snowflake. Good morning. Good morning. So let's see, we'll get some people on. As you can probably hear and see on my screen, my machine is going. Yes, I am, Penny. How about yourself? Thank you for sharing. Hi, Jamie. Hello, Wanda. Hi. So today we're going to make some holiday ornaments, and they don't necessarily have to be. Oh my goodness, my dog has a squeaky toy. I don't know where he found it. Okay, thank you. You can hear my machine going and also hear my dog with the squeaky toy because these are very intricately cut ornaments. Hello. Sorry. Oh my goodness. So much noise here this morning. I've been up since early cutting these ornaments because they are super intricate and they do require some patience. And so as you can see here, see how delicate and so detailed. And this is great. This kind of delicate thing can be done with any of the Cricut machines. You don't need a special blade. If you want to do it with glitter, which is what I've done here, you can do it in glitter, and I'll show you how to put it together. But right now it's cutting out this ornament and it's getting near completion. So good morning, Suzette. I'm going to just say hello and good morning to everybody. Hi, Lisa. Good morning. How you feeling today? Amy, good morning. The bird's really pretty, Shelley, and so it's probably the easiest of all of the ones to make. It's simply a flat cutout. It's in two pieces, and then the way that it goes together, it creates that 3D effect. And then these other ones, they go together in a different way, like this one here, the snowflake one, which has these pieces on the front. And then this one it's 2 layers. I did this one in like a gold and then a shimmer gold. But today I cut it out in green. It's just green paper, a sheet of green paper and a sheet of green glitter paper. And some people have been asking me if I would do some projects with the mystery box, and I'm happy to do that. But I'll point out here, one of the things that was in the Summer Waves mystery box was this pack of glitter cardstock. I love Cricut glitter cardstock. It's really awesome. It's easy, inexpensive. I mean, I know you got it in a box. If you got the box, I know you got it in the box, but it's inexpensive and it comes in all different colors. And this is one that was put in the recent, Summer Waves mystery box. So I'll do a few more projects coming up on some of the items in the mystery box. Probably something to have to do with let's see. I know there was some party foil in there, and people never know what to do with party foil, but it's pretty neat stuff. So we'll probably do something with the party foil and maybe some iron-on as well. So anyway, so this morning, how often do they do? Okay, so mystery boxes, generally speaking, they don't give us a lot of lead time on them. So let me just talk about that real quick, okay? They don't give us a lot of lead time on them. So that's why I do a live video on them. So, and they changed the dates around to keep it a mystery, I guess. They generally come out once a month, although, sometimes like in March, they did one every week for like a March Madness. And then they didn't do, I don't think they did one in April. or May or June. So it's been a couple months, but generally, I think that's because of COVID, to be honest. But generally speaking, they're usually once a month. They're usually in the middle of the month. And generally, I think they're on Thursdays. I'm not giving you any information that you can't glean yourself. They're usually on Thursdays, and they're usually in the middle of the day. The problem is about them is that they're usually very limited in stock, and so it's sort of a surprise to people, and then it becomes really hard to get them. They try like heck, but especially in these times, there are a lot of people home doing crafting, and so they are able to see that, oh, they've gone live. Generally speaking, the product experts, and of which I am one, get the first grab or the first trial on the mystery boxes, and it's just one of those, I don't know too much about them in terms of, whoa. I don't know too much about them in terms of schedule, but yeah, they are usually a really good deal. Now, there is one change that they made earlier this year, and that is the Cricut Cuties. Do you guys know about what a Cricut Cutie is? It's like a little mascot, a little plastic. Let me see if I can get one. Okay, so this is a Cricut Cutie. It's a little box. It has a little guy in it, and they come in all different colors, and they're very difficult to obtain. Here we go. So they're very difficult to obtain, and when they have a mystery box that includes a cutie, it's usually only for, this is the new thing, it's only for Cricut Access customers. So when you see one with the cutie, people die for these cuties. I know they're really adorable and they are cute, but so usually if it has a cutie in the mystery box, it's just for Access customers. Okay, so getting back, because my machine finally has stopped. So we're making these really beautiful 3D, very intricate, but not difficult to make ornaments, and I'm going to show you. There are a number of great ornaments here. Some of them are just simply intricately cut on one piece. Some of them you have to put together, like these. There's a beautiful one. It would take a long time to cut, but if you have patience, you can have a really beautiful result. So I'm going to show you where to find these. These are all from Anna Griffin, who is, as you know, a designer, and as I've mentioned before, she really loves the detail stuff. As I say, she likes to gild the lily, make something even more beautiful from her designs. Oh, good. Thank you so much, Shelley. Thank you. I don't know why, but the dogs are really riled up this morning, so I apologize. So what happens with the mystery boxes, Jenny, is they give us a special link, like usually a few minutes before it goes live, and I will post the link. But you can always use my link and my code. My code right now for the rest of the year is Miss Rita 1. Yeah, Miss Rita 1, and then my link, it's a special link. It's SHR, I don't even know. It's share sale 1 TNBP, and I always do post it and everything. But then they usually give us a special link that clicks right through, and then you can order it. And if you use my code and you have $50 in your box, you'll get 10% off and free shipping. So anyway, I don't want to make this a sales thing. This is really about making some Christmas ornaments. And let me show you where you can find these. These are all part of Cricut Access, which means it's a subscription service, if you're not aware, that you pay for. You can either pay for the year or you pay monthly, and it entitles you to use all the projects and all of the images that are in the search engine. And I basically spend my time showing you how to find those images and how to put them together. And this is one of my favorite ornaments because it's just so delicate and detailed, but really is not difficult to make. It takes a little bit of time, but basically it's 2 layers. You have the bottom layer, which is just a cardstock layer that's scored, like this, and then on top is the glitter layer. It does require some gluing, and then once you have them together, you piece it together like this, and it makes like a 3D ornament. It's so beautiful, and you can even bling it out. Like I put these little, rhinestones on this one. It's just so much fun to make these, and people really go insane over them. I give them sometimes as gift with a little gift card. So let me show you where to get it. So we're going to go to images over here, where we always go here, over to images, and let's see, I'm going to go back here. So this is what you encounter when you go to images. It's the image search engine. It's really big and it's really powerful. It doesn't look that way, but it really is. And usually where I like to go is to image sets, because I'm used to crafting by cartridges. We used to have these things called cartridges that's turned into image sets, and I like to work that way. I know other people work differently, but this is how I work with as a grouping of images, image sets. Okay, so that's right here on the left hand side under highlighted categories, image sets. Now, what I usually do when I go to image sets and I want to do something Anna is I go and I type Anna, the word Anna, and it brings me up to over 40 different image sets or cartridges that you can choose from. These particular ornaments are from 2 different cartridges. One is called Anna's Holiday Home Decor, right here. The one that's all green, but they're not all green. And then up here on the top is this one, Anna's Holiday Ornaments. So let's go into Anna's Holiday Ornaments to see this one here. And you'll see that it's a number of different things. There's some print and cut elements like this Santa or this angel. These would be perfect for embellishing cards, or even you could cut them out really big. They're mostly print and cut. Then there are some 3D elements, like for instance, these little houses, this angel, which is really adorable. It's just like a cone. It's made from 2 sheets of paper, really simple. And as you go down, you'll see, there's different things. This one here is like a triangular 3D tree. I've made those. They're really beautiful and would look beautiful with like a little LED light underneath them at a holiday soiree. And here's where our bird is. And it really is just, how can I tell if it's print and cut? Usually by the way that it looks, Dorothy. So like if it's really like this intricate, this angel here, I know that it's going to be print and cut. And then when I hover over it, oftentimes it will say printable right underneath it. Let's see if that works here. The C is printable. So that's how you can tell. It used to have a little like printer image there, and I don't know, that's sort of changed, I think, but it does say printable there. So let's see. So here's our bird in the little bird cage, and down here is our snowflake. So let's pull those in just so you can see what they look like. But now I'm going to go back up into the other category, the other image set, which is called Holiday Home Decor, I think. Let's see. Yeah. Holiday Home Decor. It looks all green, but it's not green. Here in this set, you see a lot of things for packages and for like parties. So there are a lot of these like table tents where you could print them, cut them up, and have write on them like somebody's name, or if you have like a buffet, you could put down what it is that the people are choosing from. And then there are a lot of boxes, a lot of really beautiful boxes that you can make, as well as these things here, which are these are actually like invitation covers, overwraps, where you cut them out and they have these 4 sides. You cut them out and inside is the invitation. It usually comes out. So that's what those are. So lots of boxes and stuff like that. But hidden in this grouping is also these 3D ornaments that I just showed you. Here's the one. There's also like a deer one. So here's the one I really like, that holly one. And let's see, I think there's also, oh yeah, there's this one, which is a bauble, or, you know, just a regular ornament kind of thing. So let's pull those in and I can show you what they look like. I gotta dispense with these other ones that I already, whoops. What did I do? Okay. So this one here, let's hide this one. Well, I can show you that one. And this one. Okay. So let's just look at these first. These are the 3D ones. This one, this one, this. So there's 4 of these that I could tell. And they come in a little bit small. I actually make them bigger so that they can cut out like to be a really big type of Christmas ball, but you don't have to cut it that way. But I cut it out to the maximum amount, which is 11.5 inches. So I go up here and change the width to 11.5. It makes it slightly bigger. The maximum you can go, and again, this is for the Explore and Maker, although these could definitely cut on the Joy, because the Joy does cut glitter cardstock, and and as long as one of the parameters are below 4.25. In this case, we'd have to make it slightly smaller, maybe if like a 10 width to get this. No, wait, this would actually cut at this size. So if you make the width 11.5, the height is 4.17, so that would work with the Joy. Okay, same with this. Let's see if this one does the same thing. 11.5. Whoops. This one have to go a little bit smaller than the 11.5, and then this one, let's try this one. Oh, it is already 11.5. I think I redid that one. And then this one's 11.5, but yep, that would work. That would work. So the biggest one here would still fit on the Joy. This one would have to go a little bit smaller. But anyway, so to look at these, let's look at this one. It consists of 2 layers. Let's ungroup it so you can see. And they're connected. So this would be one layer in a basic color. Like you could do green, red, whatever, white, gold. And then this top overlay is in a darker color. I've used, for instance, shimmer paper. This is shimmer paper with a gold foil, like a matte gold foil underneath this. But today I did it in a plain, just a plain cardstock, green cardstock. And then I cut it out with the glitter paper, glitter cardstock or glitter paper, and put it over there. I'm going to show you how it goes together because I have one that is ready to go. And that's the same with all of these 4. There's this one here for the, let's ungroup it so you can see. See that? And now you'll notice that it does have scoring. So that's an issue with the Joy. The Joy doesn't do scoring, and this does require quite a bit of scoring. You can use, if you have an Explorer, you can use the scoring stylus, and you can, if you have a maker, you can use the scoring wheel. I actually used the scoring stylus this morning to make all of them, even though I have a maker. But it does, when you go to cut them out, and let me see if I can show you how that looks. So and I am, to be honest, I'm not gonna cut these take a long time to cut out, and you have to just be patient with yourself and with the machine, because especially if you're cutting out with glitter cardstock, it takes a little bit longer. So I'm not gonna be cutting anything today. I'm just gonna show you how to assemble them. Okay, and so these 4, right? I'm just gonna hide these ones here. And what I'm doing is simply clicking on them, and over on the right hand side I'm hitting that little eyeball so that they disappear. They're not gone from my project. They're just hidden. And this is great if you just want to cut one thing and not another at the time. So here, let's pretend that we're going to go and cut this. We're going to hit make it up here, and you'll see that it comes in, let's see, it comes in here and on 2 mats. So here's what would be like my solid cardstock, and this is the overlay, which I actually just finished cutting. Took a long time to cut. So this is it cut out in glitter cardstock. So it does take a while, and there is some scoring. Now, if you have a Joy, you won't be able to do the scoring, and in fact you'd have to take the scoring off in order to cut it, and you have to do that before on the canvas before the preview screen. But when you come here to the maker, I'm sorry, not to the maker, to the material setting, here is where you can change out the tools. So for instance, this will suggest, let me just put this in the machine just so you can see what the canvas looks like. So you'll see here, you pick your material. We're going to choose medium cardstock, and you'll see here that it comes up, if you have a maker, that you have to choose between, or you can edit your tools. It immediately defaults to a single scoring wheel, but you can change it to the scoring stylist, and it works just fine. It really is, it's not terribly bad to use a scoring stylist. So if you have an Explore, any kind of Explore scoring stylist works for this. Obviously the single scoring wheel, or sometimes when you do like the glitter, it recommends the double scoring wheel, and that is a little bit better. So enough about that. So let's see. Let's go back to the other ornaments that are a little bit easier to cut, and that includes our bird. Where's our bird? Here it is. Okay, so here's our bird. Let me get rid of this one. And then there's another one that I can show you, the bird, and then, oh yes, sorry, the snowflake. So the snowflake comes in 3 pieces. This is not going to be able to be cut on the Joy unless you separate the pieces. And this came up yesterday when we were doing the holiday tags. Remember the holiday tag with the season's greetings, and it had the 3 holly leaves on it? Someone asked me on YouTube, how do you make it so that you can squish those leaves together to save paper? And there is an easy way. Well, I won't say easy. Once you learn it, you'll figure it out. There's a couple of ways you can handle that, and that is with either Snap Mat, which is a way that Lori Jo is really good at explaining that. But you take a picture of your mat, and then it basically follows. It's sort of like a puzzle, and basically follows the setup on the mat. The way that I do it is I separate them using contour. So let me show you that feature. So in this case, if I wanted to break this up so I could cut it on the Joy, say, I would have to first ungroup it, which is up here, ungroup. And then it would do these separately. See that? Sometimes you have to both ungroup it and detach it, and it can get a little bit complicated, but oftentimes it's just a matter of ungrouping it. So that way when you went to cut it, it cuts as 3 separate elements, not all together as one. So let me show you when we group it, what that means. So if we go to make it, you'll see that maybe I didn't group it, but it generally will move as one. And so you cannot move these other pieces. But when you ungroup it, for instance, in this particular case, you could cut this on one color and move these bottom pieces down and cut it from another color, maybe even glitter. And that way you could have two different colors from the same material. So in this case, let me show you what I mean by that. So if you cut the main piece out of glitter, you'd have a wrong side, and that's not so good. Okay, I'll get with you, Penny, about the scoring stylist. So if you did glitter has a wrong side. It has a non-glitter side. But if you cut out this piece in glitter, then you'd have a wrong side to your ornament, and you don't want it because ornaments move around, right? So, but you could cut out these pieces in glitter and this in a solid color, and that would work because they fold into each other. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to put that together. So Penny, let's just back up. And Penny's asking, what if you don't have a scoring stylus for your Explore? Penny, you can score it by hand, and there is a tool. It's called a scoring board, but you can also do it if you have a personal trimmer. It's just basically a groove. It's like a board that has like a groove in there, and then you hold the paper at the space and you can score it like that. Like so I would hold this over the scoring board and use a stylus or anything, actually, like a scoring bit or even like any kind of tool, and I would just put it in that board. So if you don't have a scoring stylus or you can't find a scoring stylus, you can use a board. I don't know where my board is. I'll go hunting for it and I'll show you how to use it in case you can't do the scoring, whether you don't have the stylus or you're working on a joy. Okay. And then in terms of the bird is so simple. It is just simply a cut. Let me show you. Okay. So it's simply a cut. It's a 2-piece cut, and it cuts out. It's very delicate and beautiful, and will definitely cut on the Joy and all the other machines as well. So it consists of these 2 pieces that are cut out independently, and they have these like little score marks. This one on the bottom and this one on the top, and the same thing at the top here. So what you would do is you would take that score and match it up with this score, and you would, I'm doing this without looking at it because I'm looking in the camera. So here, and you would make it together. Now this will still fold flat, so if you want to make these ahead of time. And then once you do the bottom piece, and they have to be on a level, then you take these top pieces, which sure, okay, I'm trying to do it again without. So you take these top pieces and you kind of crisscross them there. See? So let's see, show you the bottom. And that is it. You know, you just have to fold. You can fold them like this for storage, and then when you're ready to put them on your Christmas tree or wherever, you just open them up and put the little hanger there. So cute. Now I'm going to bring you down to my workspace so you can see me put together a couple of these ornaments. Okay, and so y'all know where to find them. So here's my messy Christmas desk here. And so let's put together this one. That's not intricate cut. Well, I think for this, I mean, like when I say intricate cut, like I wouldn't attempt to cut this by hand with a scissors or something. And that's what I usually kind of feel is intricate cut, right? All right, so let's look at this snowflake first. So the snowflake consists of this one piece here, and then it has these 2 pieces in the front. So it cuts out as 3 pieces. So there's our base, and then these are the 2 front pieces. And you'll notice that they have like a score here. So I'm just going to fold. I usually do this on a flat surface, and you should too. But for the camera, you know, I'm just going to start to fold them and sort of make an accordion, but not quite accordion because they're folding in to themselves. So that makes sense. So I'm just folding at the midpoint here, and then at the where they meet, sort of like making paper dolls. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I remember making paper dolls. So you fold each piece like this, right? Then you're going to flip it over, and using your trusty glue, you are going to attach, except for this piece, the outside pieces, you're going to attach these to one another. All right. So I'm just going to try to do it while holding it close to the camera. Just a little bit of glue, and I'm going to attach this one to that one. Then I'm going to take this one, the second one, I'm going to attach it to the third snowflake, like this. Second to third. I'm still keeping this one unglued, okay? Because that's where we're going to attach it to the larger snowflake. And then a little bit of glue here. Attach the third to the fourth snowflake. And then the last one, attaching fourth to the fifth. Now I'm leaving these two pieces unglued. So what you'll see here is sort of like a little accordion or a fold out, okay? But it has two pieces unglued, and I probably didn't glue that one quite well enough. But so you would do this for both pieces, okay? And then you would take your main piece, and then you would match up on the main piece on those two pieces that you didn't glue, and then you would glue it to that. Let me just put some glue so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we would take this and glue it to the front part. Now, if you glue this piece well, they will match up, okay? And then you just fan them out like this. And you do the same thing for the back. Or if you don't want to do the back, you don't have to do the back. But I like it on the back. This is what it looks like, these two pieces. Okay, so in order to do this one, which I'll admit is my favorite, it consists of this overlay. This I did in glitter, and then this is the basic paper, and you notice that it has scores. So you're going to score all of these like this before you start gluing. So you score like that. Now you have to score the glitter, but it's a little bit harder to do. It has to score in the middle there. Yes, Brenda, I'll tell you the glue. And then you score it at the halfway point. And scoring at the halfway point with glitter is a little bit problematic, so be patient with yourself. Brenda, I use a glue called Art Glitter Glue. This is what it looks like. You can pick it up on Etsy or Amazon or Create for Less. You do not need to use this glue, but it does work really, really well with paper crafts. You can use any white glue, and there are a number of them on the market. It's just this is the one that I prefer to use. Okay, so here is the overlay, and what we're going to do is flip it over, and we're going to work on this. Let me go over here. We're going to work on the back side of it, and we're going to glue, and we have to be very careful with the glue. We don't want too much, but it is also glitter cardstock, so you kind of need to make sure you're getting all those little pieces. And you can always go back and add glue, but you can't really, it's hard to take it away. So just try to do little teeny tiny dots all over like this, okay, on both sides. I'm putting these little dots. Okay. I'm especially careful of the pieces that are like independent right there. And then you would do this for all 3 pieces, but I'm going to show you how to do one at a time. So then you would glue them on over on this piece. Okay, make sure you match it up. I'm not matching it up too well. Hold on. Okay, so you would do this for all 3 pieces, glue on the underside and attach it to that cardstock, which is what I did here. And you notice that I did like go back and make sure I score them so they are scoring together and not independently, like this. All right, and then simply what we have to do is turn it over and we have to glue it together. So I'll show you that. And just do one piece at a time and try to, there might be some, which it might, there might be some like overlap, and that's okay. You can ink this area if you want to. And inking, by the way, it's this technique a lot of people use. I don't generally use it, but inking is taking like an ink pad and muting the white part with the ink by like pressing on there. And a lot of people do that for, an aesthetic. But personally, I don't do it. I mean, I do it once in a while, but okay, so then we're just putting the 3rd piece together like this, and make sure at the top that it's connected so that you can put your hanger there. And that is it. That's a 3D ornament. Isn't it beautiful? You can embellish it, like I said, you can embellish it like I did here with these little red embellishments. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to use the glitter. You can use foil paper, sparkle paper, shimmer paper, or just plain cardstock. As long as they're 2 different shades of the color. You can also do different colors. For instance, you could do the gold glitter and with like the green background. You could do that as well. And this is the bauble one. It does look so professional, and it's really a beautiful little gift to give someone, especially if you're giving them, like, I don't know, a bottle of wine or something, and you can just hang it on the bottle of wine, or if you're making like a gift card or something like that. So this is what this one looks like, and I cut out, let's see, just so that like when you cut it out on the glitter cardstock, do make sure that you are pulling it off very gently. And when you pull it off, make sure you are bending the mat and not bending the project, because the mat is flexible for a reason, and that's what you need to do. And if you pull it too hard, or you try to pull it this way, there will be rips and tears in there that you can recover. Like here, for instance, I'm having a little bit of a tear, but that's okay. So you might have to go at it from a different angle when you're taking it off your mat, especially if you have a newer mat here. So, but you can fix those little tears. So if you do have a little tear, don't worry about it, but just use the bend of the mat to take it off instead of trying to pull it off. I don't know if that makes any sense, but so that you can do this. And you might need to, like here it's a little bit bent, but that's okay, right? And then it's the same thing here. We're going to attach, okay. We're going to attach, first we're going to score it and fold it like this. This is what I mean. Sometimes it's a little thick when you're using the glitter, right? And fold it like this. And this one has 4 pieces instead of 3 from the other one. So you have that one all folded. Same goes with this one. You're folding at the halfway point where the score marks are. Okay, so now I have my folded piece and then my glitter overlay like this, and then I'm going to start to glue. This one's a little less intricate than the other one, but it does have a fourth panel. I think that's good. Okay. And you can glue them all at once. You don't have to do it one by one, but I just want to show you how it goes together. Now see, I put a little too much glue in my haste, but that's okay with this particular glue. It dries clear generally. So that's why I use this glue because it's really good with paper, but sometimes it doesn't dry clear. So that's why I tell people don't put too much glue on there. And then once we glued all those pieces, then we would just fold it like we did with the ball, like this. It's sort of, hold on. And I'm rushing this, of course, but there you go. So there is the 4 paneled one. And if it were glued, you wouldn't see all this white, but you could also go back. If it did show the white, you could use the ink for that. But just another one of these paneled ornaments that create a nice 3D look. But you don't have to just use these 4. You can again use this one that is got the 3D sort of in the middle, and then you can do this one, which is the birds, and then even something like this, which is just simply, it gives a 3D because it's cut all around. So it cuts flat like this, and it's cut all around in different like circles or concentric, and then it's scored down the middle, and then you can just sort of open it up and move it around to give it that 3D look. Okay. So I would love it if you could try this out. How do I fold the snowflake? Okay, I'll show you the snowflake again. So the snowflake is this is the main piece, and this is the front and the back. And the way that it cuts out is it's 3 pieces, the main piece, and then 2 strips of snowflakes. You have to bend them at the score lines here. I'll try to do it. Okay, so I'm bending it here and then where they connect. And then I just keep going, bend here and where it connects, like this. Right? And best to do this on a flat surface. I'm just showing you because I want it to show in the camera, okay? So bend where it connects, like that. Okay, Cindy? And then to glue it, you're not going to glue the 2 pieces on either side. You're going to glue these pieces together. Like this. Right? So you're going to glue the first one to the second one. Like this. And then you're going to glue the second one to the third one. Second to third. You're always leaving this piece unglued, okay? And then you continue on third to the fourth. And then fourth to the fifth. And you're creating kind of like an accordion fold. All right? So this edge and this edge, the outside edges, do not get glued, but the other ones do, and it creates this sort of accordion thing. Like this. And then you simply, when you're done with that and you know it's really connected, you're going to take it, turn it around, and put glue on these pieces that you didn't put the glue on. And you take your main piece. I already did it on this side, so I flip it over here and I match up this piece to the inside of the snowflake, like this. Match it up, but you know that it's going to be difficult to match up because you have all those folds there. So just keep that in mind. And then fan them out, and you do it on the other side. Okay? And that's how you do the snowflake. And I showed you the bird, and I showed you a couple of these 2-1. So that is how to make 3D ornaments. And you remember where you find them, right? You're going to go to images. You're going to go to image sets. Let's go back. Images, image sets right here. Underneath highlighted categories, go there, type in the word or the name Anna, A-N-N-A, and it will result in 44, there's 44 cartridges. Keep in mind that if you are working on a joy and your machine is selected as joy, you will not get the same results because some of them are hidden if your machine is considered a joy. So you can change that. For instance, if you have a maker or an explorer and the joy by changing your machine setting up here. Mine is listed as maker, and so I'll just show you this as a joy. My results end up being, I think it's like 13. So keep that in mind. I don't know necessarily why it does that. I don't know, because it gives you print then cut stuff, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But anyway, so just know that if you turn it to maker or explorer, you're going to get the full breadth of all of the image sets. Okay, and then these ornaments are from 2 of these image sets. One is called Anna's Holiday Ornaments, and then the next one is called Anna's Holiday Home Decor. Okay, and yeah, if you try them, come back and post a picture. I'd love to see it. I really would. So these are really fun. Great to make them ahead of time, and a lot of them can be stored in a box for Christmas time or whenever, the holidays or whatever, and easy to store them, and they make great little gifts in addition to, say, a bottle of wine or a gift card or something like that. Really beautiful stuff, and all free if you are an Access customer. Yes, thank you, Penny. I was going to tell you all that I won't be here tomorrow and probably not through the week because I have my surgery tomorrow morning. So I'm a little nervous, but I know that I'm been kept in. Oh, wonderful, Cindy! I know you're keeping me in your prayers, and I do so appreciate that. It's a day surgery. I'll be able to come home the same day. So, but I just don't know when I'll be feeling like coming back to work. So just keep watching this space. If I start to feel better, I will be able to do date night on Saturday night, but I definitely won't be here tomorrow, and probably not Thursday, possibly Friday and Saturday. Okay. And if you are missing anything, definitely go to my YouTube channel because I keep all of these videos there, and you just can go there and search. They're all listed there, and there's over 300 of them, and so you can't go wrong with watching those over again. The tags, everybody really love those tags, and they really are fun, and you can make oodles of them, really. And they're just a lot of fun to put together. Really a no stress holiday thing, or try some of the cards, or just even go and look at all of the images. There's so many, and have time to do a lot more when I return, okay? I love you all. I so appreciate all of the wonderful healing thoughts and prayers. I thank you so much. It really does help. And I will see you again in a few days. Thanks for coming today. And you have a wonderful, oh good, I'm glad Constance says she loves the videos. Thank you so much, everyone. I really, really do appreciate your input and your feedback. Love to hear that stuff. And I will see you again in a few days. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.